petition at the registry of the Supreme Court. It's been more than 14 hours of waiting, but now they have less than 3 hours to do so as we approach midnight. But what we understand is that the National Super Alliance lawyers are still somewhere trying to do the final touches. The communication we have is that they're finalizing on the documentation in terms of binding, but they'll be expected to be flowing towards this side so that they can do that duty, which now kicks off the process of filing this presidential election petition, and also the processes that are supposed to be following. But even before we can get there, let's get a status update from one of the officials who has been dealing with the National Super Alliance parties. That is the acting Secretary General for the Orange Democratic Movement, Senator Agnes Zani. Good evening, and kindly may tell us what is the status in terms of the filing of this particular petition.
Yeah, we've been here and we've already talked to the registrar, and what is coming out very clearly is that they have allocated time to us. We have up to midnight to actually do the registration for this particular case. So we are expecting that will happen before that midnight.
Are you facing any challenges in terms of filing this, because it's been 14 hours of waiting this entire day?
I think we are taking time. I think we are scrutinizing everything. I think this is a very, very important case, and really, as long as we are within the time limit, we're doing everything to ensure that everything is watertight and put together within that particular time and that particular specification. So that's what we're doing. I'm seeing a lot of patience around here. Everybody is really in a patient and somber mood. We've had other people standing outside the gates also waiting for this, because this has been very, very critical for us. So this is the mood here, and we decided we need to talk to the nation, because some people have been calling and inquiring and asking, you know, is it still going to happen? And we're telling them yes, it is, and it's going to happen within a very short time from now.
So it's now 5 minutes past 9 o'clock. In certain times, do you know when the lawyers will be getting to this side?
I think in life you never can estimate anything to the minute, but we are aware of the timelines, and we're keeping to those timelines as per the Constitution.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. That has been Senator Agnes Zani, the acting Secretary General for the Orange Party, indicating that we should be expecting the lawyers to make their way to the Supreme Court. But Lillian, it's important to indicate that the clerks, or rather the officials at the Register of Register of the Supreme Court, the Registry of the Supreme Court, have been waiting since morning, expecting to have these officials get to file the case. But you will realize even for them, they do not have any communication from the National Super Alliance until the officials came here this evening to indicate that. But also, it has been a busy day for also the supporters who've been milling around the Supreme Court area, so indicating that they'll make sure that this case is filed and also follow suit to ensure that all the processes have been taken care of. But also something else that has been happening is in terms of the security in terms of what has been happening along the road surrounding the Supreme Court. Several trucks of police officers have been patrolling the area, of course, making sure that they're able to control the crowds that have been milling around. Even as we speak right now, there are still security officers around the area getting to monitor the situation, also getting to control the crowds who are still somewhere outside this gate. But of course, the numbers have been reducing as the hours tick towards as time passes by. Someone is telling me that that is wrong, but essentially the numbers are not as many as they were. But of course, we'll be expecting to hear from the leaders as soon as they arrive, so they can be in a position to file that particular petition. Lillian?
Therefore, Sam, from what I'm understanding from you is that you have not cited, apart from acting Secretary General Agnes Zani, you've not cited any of the NASA principles there all day?
Sorry, I'm having challenges hearing you, but in as far as the leadership from the National Super Alliance, we have only seen some of the selected members of parliament, some of them who've won the recent election, that is last week's election, and also some of the officials, like we spoke to Senator Agnes Zani. But in terms of the NASA principals, they are not here. Understandably, they're still consulting with the lawyers who've been putting together this particular case so that they can be informed of each and every process as they get to file it here at the Supreme Court. Lillian?
Okay, Sam is staying with that story. Remember, the opposition has until midnight to file the petition, and Sam will continue keeping an eye on the ongoings there and give a more detailed report of course, stay with Citizen TV for the latest on that. Now, 3 men